You see, ladies and gentlemen, everybody has a agenda. Even Republicans, Fox News, or whatever. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I am so glad this stuff is happening right now. To be honest, I'm so glad these 21 courageous America First politicians are doing what they're doing. You know, I don't know if every single one of them are doing it for the right reason. I don't know, but I'm glad they're doing it. I am completely 100% for them. Again, I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I'm kind of a libertarian. I'm an American that goes by the Constitution, and I'm a veteran. And I put common sense first. So you can call me a common sense American or whatever, because common sense ain't common right now, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this show. I think this is the 5 or whatever or something. I don't watch them, but I'm doing this for the channel. So let's go through this and see what these idiots are saying.
Kevin McCarthy caught in an episode of The Twilight Zone. The House is now voting for the 10th time for Speaker, and it appears that he's lost again. McCarthy was hoping to break the logjam by agreeing to demands of the 20 conservatives voting against him, and they were offering stuff like a lower threshold to boot McCarthy from the Speaker's chair, more Freedom Caucus members on committees, and guaranteed votes on bills conservatives have been pushing for. But so far, no dice, and pressure's building on the holdouts a little to cut a deal.
Well, some of these members, again, not all 20, some of them actually have principal disagreements, which is why they're in Kevin's office right now working them out. But some of them, Sean, are only interested in notoriety and fame and attention. I mean, they'll never have a gavel like Jimmy Jordan. They don't have his talent. They don't have his experience. They don't work like he does. So this is their only moment to be on national television opposing another Republican. So whatever great ideas they may have, none of it will be done unless there's a speaker.
But it may take a while with the Never Kevin crowd.
You see how they give people names? You know, the Never Kevin crowd, the rebels, you know. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. It's like they just want you to stick with the status quo and just do what they say, and that's it. You know, they say it. This town is broken. Washington, D.C. is broken, and they want to fix it. And as far as Trey Gowdy goes, or whatever his name is, he don't get nothing done anyways. He just tries to be all tough and stuff. I watched him plenty of times. And, you know, anyways, I can go off on a tangent. Let's listen to Sean Hannity Sr. acting like he's Lauren Boebert's father. Check it out.
Isn't it time for you to pack it in and your side to pack it in, considering he has over 200 and you have 20?
Sean, I understand the frustration, I promise you, but
I'm not frustrated. You didn't answer my question.
I mean, you sound frustrated to me. You know, I want you to do me a favor. After this video, I want you to watch this entire, I think it's Sean Hannity hot seat or something. Watch this whole interview. He just completely tries to roast Lauren Boebert because basically he don't agree with her. You know what I mean? And I'm so sick and tired of these talking heads giving us their opinions. If you got a guest on, why do you interrupt them? You know, just because they don't like they don't go with your agenda or what you don't like or whatever. Ask them a question. You know, if they don't like it, just ask them why. And if you don't like it, ask them why and just keep letting them go. You got to interrupt them and try to be smarter than them and all this. People watch your show because they want to hear what you're saying. They want to hear what the news, what the news is. But they also want to hear the guests. So why the hell you keep interrupting them?
We are hearing from many people who are still voting with Kevin McCarthy, who are very supportive of what we're doing, and they're cheering us on. So there are more for us than are against us, and they are waiting for Kevin to cave.
Okay. Judge Janine, we are in, what was this, day 3?
Yeah, 10.
This? How does it feel? How are you feeling about all this?
I'm angry about it. You know why? They're making the Republicans look ridiculous. First of all, I like Kevin McCarthy. Okay, why wasn't this done ahead of time?
It actually was done ahead of time. They've been talking to this guy for months. Matt Gaetz has been saying this. Lauren Boebert's been saying this. A lot of people have been saying that they don't think Kevin McCarthy is going to get enough votes. They've been saying it. Everybody know Kevin McCarthy's a snake. But these people that have been voting for him just stick with him because it's the status quo. They don't want to be politically incorrect. They don't want to ruin their political careers and stuff like that. But people have been talking to Kevin McCarthy behind closed doors. But he don't want to do it what needs to be done. He wants to go with the same status quo, just like Nancy Pelosi is. Guys from California, he does the exact same thing. So actually, it was done ahead of time.
Why are we doing this in front of the public? We look like a bunch of fools, okay? And Lauren Boebert, you know, with all due respect, I mean, the woman barely won her race. You're holding out until Kevin falls. What is the alternative?
How about Byron Donalds, Jim Jordan, any of those 20 except Kevin McCarthy? How about that for an alternative?
What do you want? What is the option? What can people agree on? You want the Republicans to vote to get the Democrats to get a Speaker of the House? Can you imagine Nancy Pelosi saying, let me get some Republicans so that I can be the Speaker? I can put them on committees. This is an embarrassment. And I got to tell you that it's gone on long enough. It shouldn't have happened this way. He's done everything. You're lowering the threshold to boot him to one person to get a vote, to boot him out of Congress. This guy raised $250,000. Half these people voting against him. How much?
Billion. He raised $250 million.
Okay, but for the House.
Right.
Okay, all right. And these people that he gave money to are voting against him.
Ding, 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 ding. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He raises the most money out of everybody. Not because his policies are strong, or he's a strong leader, or he's actually going to do the job. It comes down to money. He did help fund Lauren Boebert. He did. But you know what? She can't be bought. You know, yeah, you gave me some money, but I'm not going to do everything you said. That all those other Republicans that he helped raise money, this is why Donald Trump wants him in, because he knows nobody can sleep in hotel rooms and travel all over the country and raise money better than Kevin McCarthy. I will give him that. He's number one at that. But again, these 21 people and the one that's present who's not voting for McCarthy, they want a change. They want to put America first because they know Washington, D.C. is broken. That town is broken, period. And they want to say, you know what? Let's try something different. Instead of somebody just saying all this stuff and saying, yeah, we'll do this and do that, and then they go to vote and it's either yes or no debate. They want to get some stuff done. But again, it's all about money.
What do they want? They have no other alternative. They're egomaniacs who've got no answers. And they ought to just be quiet and just go along with the majority at this point. If you don't want to vote for a bill, don't vote for it. And that's the end of it.
Yep, just shut up and do what everybody else is doing. Just go along with it. Why are you being trouble? Just go along with what we say. Man, I'm telling you, man, this is why, again, I am not a Republican and I can't stand Fox News. Now, I'll give Tucker Carlson his credit. That dude's the man, for real. But these people right here, disgusting, man. Disgusting.
All right, Greg, we know you have a lot of dogs in this fight. How does this end?
Well, I'm running out of things to say. And so I'm looking through my notes, like, what have I not said? And I found a few things. So if you bear with me, I'm officially tired of people saying this is the first time in 100 years. This is the first time in a century. You know what else hasn't happened in 100 years? 1923.
Yeah.
Okay, was that supposed to be funny? Because I'm not laughing.
Do we have anything else in those notes?
No, that's it. No. I keep looking up on the TV, and it's like the opposite of a telethon. You know, the sick patient gets less help. People are calling and saying, we want our donation back.
I mean, if that's not the fakest laugh I've heard in my life. These guys are so corny. Greg Gutfield is so freaking corny, man. He's supposed to be a comedian, and all he does is just joke around and make fun of the Democrats, and now he's making fun of the people that are actually trying to stand up for this country. It's my God, these people, man.
I feel bad for McCarthy. This cannot be good for your ego. Every hour you lose basically what is literally a popularity contest. It's like, Jesse, this would destroy your fragile ego.
Retire.
If you could not handle, you would be out by the third vote. This guy's on 10. He's a national hero. Who would show up every damn day to be told, we don't want you? But the point is, he does have 200 votes, and these other people, all they got is 20. So it is getting tedious. You know, you guys, you made your point. You're basically putting everybody on notice. That's good. Healthy quarrel. We like that. It's democracy in action. It's transparent, but at the same time, it's tedious. We're getting bored with it.
Speak for yourself, dude. I'm not getting bored with it at all. I actually love it. Them taking a stand and wanting to change in America and stuff like that. See, you guys are like that because you want to go with the status quo and keep everything the same. I love the fact that people that don't know about politics and how the House works and how Congress works and everything else, they're actually paying attention to this because they've never seen this before. Usually when you see Congress is on PBS and it's all boring and everything else, this actually brings excitement and people can actually tune in and watch and learn and see what's going on. So speak for yourself, idiot.
However, I like that it takes up all the time of politicians. Maybe this is how the only thing politicians should be doing is voting on whether they're still a politician, right? That way they'd be checking their constituents more than checking Twitter. Right? If they're like Democrats might actually care about the border and about crime if they could be voted out every single day.
Again, this guy's the comic relief. You talking about crickets? I mean, he's a fucking cornball, man.
And maybe the Republicans would do something about fentanyl if they could be voted out every day. So I say let's do this forever and ever. And just because I want to see Cavuto cover it every single day.
And it's like so true. All right, Hale, just keep it short.
The five is made up of five, reporters, and I guess the fifth one's a Democrat. So they don't really like him. They don't get along with him. But I guarantee you he will be dissing the people that are going against Kevin McCarthy. Guys, if a Democrat is agreeing with you, yeah, what's that saying about you?
Independent voters who voted for Republicans voted for them on crime and border, inflation, gas prices. I can't imagine this is what they thought they were voting for. As I think about this and you look at it, I agree with most, if not everything that's been said.
Interesting. A Democrat that's on the show who you guys oppose everything all the time. You're always making fun of him and he's an idiot and stuff like that. He is agreeing with everything you're saying. Is he smart all of a sudden?
21 people, 5% of the Congress, has decided they're not going to allow half of the legislative branch to be seated and to get to work on the things that independents and Republicans, and I would even argue some Democrats, voted for Republicans in the House to do.
Okay, now you're going a little too far. Democrats don't vote for anything that Republicans are saying. So you can stop that.
The border, crime, inflation, energy, giving us more certainty. There's some things I agree with them that we can't get to. It seems very personal with some of these people. It's almost like if you're in a football team and the wide receiver looks at your girlfriend the wrong way, so you don't throw him a pass. He's your best player. You're not going to throw him a pass to the team.
I'm running the ball every down.
The team could win. These guys seem like they didn't get invited to the prom or something, so they're still upset about those that didn't invite them to the prom. They're blaming Kevin McCarthy. So what I would do if I were Kevin McCarthy at this point, I think you have to be serious about, and all the Republicans and Democrats have to be serious about isolating those 21 people who don't want to be part of the Congress. So they should all come together and figure out whom they want elected. Probably will be Kevin. But Kevin, I'd scrap the deals he's worked with those 21 and go work a deal with some Democrats.
There it is. I am telling you this right now. The thirst for power is strong. The ego is strong. Those 20 Republicans, those 21 Republicans that hopefully do not bend, I will guarantee you, because that guy hit the nail on the head. Kevin McCarthy is going to strike a deal with the Democrats. If you had another, one of those 21, Jim Jordan and all that, they would never strike a deal with the Democrats. He would rather strike a deal with the Democrats than to step down and say, you know what, this ain't going to work. Let me just step down and do my thing and support the party and support America. He wants that position so bad. That's why he moved into Nancy Pelosi's office. Matt Gaetz said it best. He's squatting right now in that office. This guy hit the nail right on the head. I'll give him that. He will work with the Democrats. Watch what I say before he gives up his power.
And go work a deal with them. Because if I'm
with Democrats.
Listen to me, he can't win without them. The 201 Republicans, or whatever the number is, they're the ones who should feel most affronted by what he's doing in terms of caving into those 21 Republicans. Because they cut deals with him a long time ago.
Those 200 Republicans that are voting for him already cut a deal with Kevin McCarthy. I wonder if that deal had anything to do with, I don't know, helping the country, having a good plan. You think that was the deal? No, it wasn't. It was getting more money in their pocket and getting as much money as they can to go back to their constituents. Say, hey, look how much money we got. Look what I've done. Look at this bridge I just did. Look at these roads I just fixed and stuff, which is nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But the overall country, the things that we're worried about, Trust me, Kevin McCarthy doesn't give a damn about that.
So wait a second.
I have a better
Why
idea.
are you cutting a deal with these guys? You can't even count on them to vote for you. He did a deal, and not one of them. Not one of them has voted for him. I feel bad for him in that regard, but this should have been done, to your point, Judge, before all of this went to the floor.
What does he have to promise a Democrat in return? Does he have to put him on a committee? I mean, how bad is the back and forth?
You hit the nail right on the head. He will put them on the committee. Again, Nancy Pelosi ran the House like a dictator. And that's how Kevin McCarthy is going to do. He is going to make deals with the Democrats. Now, I'll give the Democrats this. All 212 of them are not going to vote for him. But I'm telling you, he will go behind the Republicans' back, the other 201 or whatever, and he will strike a deal with the Democrats. And the Democrats know Kevin McCarthy is a snake. He's desperate, and he would do anything he can because of his ego and his power trip not to step down. He just can't do it. So they're going to make a deal with him that he can't refuse because he doesn't want to give up that seat, and he will strike a deal with them to get his position. That's why the other 21 want him out. He doesn't give a damn about this country.
I don't know, but one thing I know, I think for certain, if he worked a deal with Democrats and Democrats didn't uphold the deal, I'd criticize the daylights out of the Democrats. The fact that more people are not criticizing these 20 Republicans who said if you do these things, I know, but everybody's not. If you do these things, we'll vote for you. Some people are celebrating them as heroes. They're not heroes. You know what they are? They're the most incompetent, cruelest deal makers I've ever seen.
That was not short.
They're not a deal. They're not.
We asked you to be short, and that was not short.
They're obstructionists.
All right, let's go.
I thought you meant long.
Again, guys, even though homeboy wasn't giving the Democrat credit or whatever, he has to diss him or whatever, but he agreed. It's like all 5 of them are on the same page. Guys, if you're not awake, which I know you are, and if you're new to this channel and you like Fox News, first of all, I'm Jerry from JerryLovesFreedom and Decentralized Assets. I like to buy silver, gold, platinum, Bitcoin. I like to stack cash. You need cash, and being your own bank, keeping your monetary assets outside of the system. Be your own bank. BYOB, not bring your own beer. And don't listen to these people, man. I mean, that is the first time, and I don't watch the show a lot, but I guarantee you that's the first time all 5 of them, those 4 Republicans and that Democrat, were actually on the same page. We got to wake up, man. Fox News is not it. CNN is definitely not it. All of them are not it. Look at the news yourself, decipher it yourself. Look at independent news agencies that are libertarian bound or go by the Constitution or just being American. You know what I mean? So we got to wake up and stop this stuff, man. We got to let people know what's going on here and turn off the news, the lamestream media, because it's all lame. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon.